Welcome to today's explainer. I want you to picture a scene with me for a second. It's 5:30 in the morning, the air is super crisp, the streets are completely empty, and practically the rest of the world is still fast asleep. It's incredibly quiet. But right there, in that stillness, a young boy steps out of his house. He grabs the handlebars of this beat-up old bicycle, and just like that, his day begins. Today's explainer, The Pedal of Perseverance, isn't about overnight viral fame. No way. It's focused entirely on the raw, unglamorous reality of silent, grueling hard work. You know, the kind of grind that happens long before the sun even bothers to show up.
So let's just dive right into the core question here. Can big dreams actually be achieved without expensive resources? It kind of stops you in your tracks, doesn't it? Because we see this huge contrast all the time. On one hand, you've got these massive, sky-high aspirations, but on the other hand, you look at the reality of the situation. For the boy in our story, his reality definitely didn't include a fancy motorbike or high-end training facilities. He just had an old cycle. Literally, that's it. An old cycle and an absolutely unbreakable belief in himself. I want you to keep this question in the back of your mind as we go through this today, because the answer comes down entirely to how he squeezes every ounce of value out of what little he actually has. Let's get right into section 1, a dream and a bicycle. This marks the very first phase of his journey. You know, it's so easy to romanticize the finish line, but getting started, that takes some serious, unrelenting passion. It means forcing yourself out of bed while your peers are still comfortably hitting snooze. Success usually comes from a schedule that just doesn't quit. Just look at this routine. 5:30 a.m., he's up and already riding. By 10 a.m., he shifts gears and is sitting in college classes. Fast forward to 4 p.m., when most of us are ready to call it a day, he's right back out there grinding through physical practice. And it still doesn't stop. At night, he's actively setting his goals for the next day. He isn't just putting in a random hour here or there and hoping for the best. He has literally engineered his entire existence around his ambition. And let me tell you, endurance is the name of the game here. We aren't talking about a nice, breezy morning ride in the spring. Nope. Every single morning, he's biking for kilometers. Sometimes it's scorching hot, sometimes he's getting drenched in a downpour, and other times he's fighting these freezing, biting winds. But no matter how awful the weather got, he never learned how to quit. He just kept pedaling because, look, environmental friction is a guaranteed part of the process. But deciding to stop, that's entirely optional. Moving right along to section 2, struggle and people's taunts. Okay, so we're shifting gears a bit. Up until 10 a.m., his battle was mostly physical, right? Fighting the weather, fighting his own tired muscles. But rolling up to college on a beat-up old bike brings a totally different kind of friction, societal pushback. And this is where his mental toughness absolutely shines. On the outside, he's dealing with peers mocking him, laughing and asking, "How long are you going to keep riding that rusty